This is Genshin Impact music, apparently. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I was just looking at Tom. He just got to Heisme, and I'm like, oh, kind of want to watch it, but I also got a stream now, so I can't really do that. Welcome, everyone, to more Persona. Thank you, Relevance. Episode 32. In theory, we've got 8 episodes left. Maybe. I mean, like, looking at the pacing so far, we'll need to get 3 palaces done. Divide 20 by 3. You get around like 7 episodes per like palace. So in theory, I should have had this done by episode 34. But we're already here, chat. We're ready to go. Although saying that, I did leave the final palace in season 1 after doing all the free time. So there's that whole part too. My plan today is to get through the palace, fight the boss, and then get to Mementos, so I can spend the weekend doing that all on my own. And then the next stream we'll do a bunch of free time. I'll try and do a bit of free time. Oh my god. Oh, I got Pokemon cards in front of me. I picked them up and then I just dropped them all on the floor. Fuck. Fuck! Oh, welcome in, Japo. And anyone else. Shout out to Tom, who's currently streaming for right now. He hasn't streamed in ages. So go check him out. He's playing Metaphor. Let's do news. I wanted to start early today to get through the news. Oh my god. Okay, maybe zoom in, Flower, so we don't see the holy bible of news streams. So, episode title, chat, as I usually go through. Have I seen the Golbez card? No. Oh, you mean the Magic the Gathering stuff? No, I have not. I will have a look at those at some point in the future. Probably not now. I might do it during my Saturday stream next week, which we'll talk about in a second. I just want to get up the stream on my phone, because I forgot to do that. I am a little bit tired today, chat. I am currently in the midst of a pretty bad bout of sleep insomnia. But I am getting through it. I'm not going to complain about it, because that's just going to make me feel more stressed about it. And what I've been told is you don't want to think about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. Just going to get through the stream. Chances are I'll probably be taking it easier today. But let's do this, chat. Let's get through this together. I need to get it up. There we go. And then I need to get my bot account up too. So I have moderation as well, which I can just quickly do in the background. Okay, gotta sign in. As you do. It's a lot of 9s in the verification code. Right! That's done. So yeah, Tom's currently doing Metaphor. Check it out if you want to see some Metaphor ReFantasio. I called it ReFantasio the entire time I was playing that game, and apparently it's ReFantasio. It's like when I found out that Gardania was Gardania. I was like, that's so much less cool sounding. But yeah, name of the episode, Disintegration. I didn't know what to call this episode because I feel like I used a good title last time with Haru Strikes Back. Obviously a reference to Star Wars. But I didn't know what... I couldn't call this Return of Haru because she's here. She's not gone. So instead, I went with the title Disintegration. Because that's the name of another track. And that happens on space stations, and it's also a term used to describe someone who gets dissolved from their job. I was going to call it dissolution, but I think disintegration works better. Like when you disintegrate a contract. As for additional schedule, chat, this is important, and I'm going to mention it next Monday and Friday as well. I'm going to be doing Persona on Monday and Friday as usual, but I'm going to be doing an additional stream as well. On Saturday, I will be doing a Nintendo Switch 2 test run. I think Maelstrom's doing this on Thursday. I will be doing one as well on Saturday, because I want to go through Kirby. I want to play some Kirby DLC on that day. So that's the plan. We're going to do Kirby DLC. We might do a bit of Mario Kart World, so if people are available, I'll be up for doing that in multiplayer. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to do that on Saturday. It's going to be a test run through Nintendo Switch 2. I'm really looking forward to it now. I mean, we talked about it before, but my hype for that has just been increasing over the last week. Get me into that Switch 2. I'm excited. New emote, I mentioned this last time, but I wanted to mention it again here. I plead the fifth. I forget what this is called. I think it's called the fifth. Yeah, the fifth. Thank you, helpful flower bot. That's a global Twitch TV emote. It took me like 5 minutes to make in Krita. It's good. Ninja Gaiden 2 chat. I went through this last week. Very quick game, not that long. Actually ended up being quite enjoyable. Albeit, I will say its linearity, can't say that word, kind of halted it at first. I said the linear nature made it better than Ninja Gaiden 1, but thinking back on it, I think I prefer Ninja Gaiden 1's more open world, more meaty approach to level design. This game doesn't really have a whole lot in terms of platforming, which again, it's not like a massive thing, but also, boss fights in this game, they were weak in Ninja Gaiden 1, they are worse here. A boss fight is either really easy, or they'll have 15,000 grapple moves, which do the same thing as an attack. You have no idea when it's coming out, and you'll just take a bunch of damage. There's no way to wiggle out of it, you just get fucked, basically. I hate that. That is not good level design. Or enemy design, not level design. But I enjoyed it. It's a very pretty game, and like for a remake, outside of some weird CPU problems when it comes to shader reloading, I think it ran pretty well. A very nice looking game. I think I prefer Ninja Gaiden 1, actually, which I don't know why. I think it's because I just feel like that's more of a video game. It's an open world, the story's a bit, like, less silly, but you explore the Citadel for a long period of time. I think I do prefer the first game, just for having more to do. Games right now. A segment that I keep forgetting I have. Let's go through some games that are coming out in the next 12 days, shall we? Deltarune, Chapters 3 and 4. I'll be recording that next week. Mario Kart World. I'll be recording that next week. Bravely Default, Flying Fairy. I will not be recording that next week. Stellar Blade. I'll be recording that as a scattershot playthrough next week. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is transpiring. Yep. It's a lot to think about. But I'm excited for it. I think it'll be good. It'll be very nice to have some fun stuff to play next week. I mean, I had Doom the Dark Ages this month. I was thinking of playing Blades of Fire, but it turns out it's not that great, so I might hold off before kicking it out, but we'll see. Right, TV stuff. I'm going to breeze through this for Last of Us Season 2 finale. Let's go through the pros. Pro number 1. It's a very pretty show. They put the budget in the right places. I was worried that we weren't going to get the full storm boat scene, but we did. I like that a lot. I didn't mind the Mel and Owen scene, even though I think the original is better. I think Jesse's better in this, because he doesn't just stand around and get, like, be led around by Ellie all the time and then just ends up dying anyway. Like, he actually has a character here who I think gets some good development before he unceremonies he dies, which, again, I like in the game. I like that. I like when characters just die. Abby's actor's good. Ellie, all the actors are doing a good job in this show. And that's my pose. That's my pose for this episode. Cons. Oh my god. I was listening to the podcast, so every episode of this has a podcast afterwards from the directors. And I understand that they had to cater this to a TV audience. who are not going to have as sensible a reaction as video game people, which is a very funny comment to have, considering the video game community when it comes to Last of Us Part 2, who don't like that game because it's too dark and gritty and makes strange but pretty interesting choices. I think the diluting of the darker moments in this TV show have had a fundamental impact on the quality of the TV show. I think that because they dilute a lot of events, the actual richer storytelling that was in the game is not found here, unlike in Season 1, where it was found there in the TV show, and because of it, the show has suffered. I think the prequel episode, the episode with the flashbacks of Joel, is the best one. But here, it feels disjointed, it feels too short. I don't think this season should have been 7 episodes. I think it should have been longer, which is a common problem with a lot of TV shows right now. I just think that it needed more time to breathe, because we were just moving from place to place to place. There's a part in this episode that I still don't understand why it was included. So in the game, there's an island called the Seraphite Island, which you go to as Abby. This is where all the Seraphites, the scars, are. In this episode, while Ellie is riding the boat towards the aquarium to go find Abby, she ends up being washed up on the island. And in about 4 minutes, she immediately leaves, having almost been, hung up and had her guts drain out. And I'm trying to wonder why that scene happened. It didn't make a whole lot. Why did this happen? But yeah, I think they kind of screwed it up a bit. I think there's still good stuff in this show. I want to see a season 3. I want to see what they do with it. But the diluting of the darker themes, I think, kind of damages it, unfortunately. There's still good stuff here. I think the first 2 episodes and episode 6 are great. But all this Seattle stuff has been a mixed bag. Right. Anime talk, chat. Anime talk. Let's talk about Dr. Stone. I had a big watch with a friend of mine who went through 5 episodes. We've been going through it very slowly, but it has been a delight. It has been an absolute delight. This is one of my favorite animes, I think. Generally, ever. The way this show does storytelling, the way it frames science in a fantasy light through the use of animation, showing the sulfite gas as a nymph or a siren is really clever. And then these other episodes were great. We got introduced to a new villain, Spear Lad. Gen finally joined the hero side, so we get more Gen. Well, not the hero side, the science world. I think Gen's the best character in the show outside of Senku, because he's just endlessly funny. But they try and do funny stuff with Ginro, but I don't find Ginro that endearing because he has no backbone. Well, Gen does have backbone, and he actually does stuff and isn't an idiot all the time. What are the big things I enjoyed? I enjoyed the Christmas tree. I enjoyed a cotton candy episode where they give the lookout enemy person who was watching the camp some candy floss. The Observatory was cool. I enjoyed the Yearn for the Mines episode where we got some Magma character development. A character who I didn't think could be redeemed, but I guess they did a semi-redemption for him. Not really. He doesn't want to kill Senku anymore. That's a character development, I guess. Maybe all these VAs saying they're not in it could be a marketing stunt. I mean, maybe. I think the P4 remake is basically guaranteed at this point. So, yeah. But it's been very entertaining. They're now making a cell phone, which, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of this feels a little bit out of the realm of possibility, but we'll see what they do with it. But that's not it for Anime Talk, chat. Because Anime Talk, the sequel, I've been watching on my own. Another TV show. Dungeon Meshi, also known as Delicious in Dungeon. I think I like both titles a lot. I like Dungeon Meshi. I like Delicious in Dungeon. I sat through the first 2 episodes of this and I did not get it. I was like, where are we going with this? This feels like it's very slowly paced. Not a whole lot is happening. Some of the characters are kind of annoying. But as it went on, as we got to episode 3 and 4, it clicked, I think. Same with Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone, I didn't like the first 2 episodes, but once I realized what the show was going for, I'm down. Because I was worried that... Also, Laios looks terrifying here. Jesus Christ. I mean, it is a scene where he's, like, deranged. He is a character who is very deranged. I like all the characters. I will say the halfling character is probably the least developed out of the 4 so far. I hope he gets some development, but I like the elf. Like, he doesn't like the food, but eventually gives in. I think that makes the food stuff more interesting, because if everyone enjoyed it, it wouldn't be as entertaining. So having her there as a person, as like a straight man, like, no, I don't want to have this, I'm good. And then she likes it, and then we're like, oh, maybe it is that good. Senshi is incredible. I knew he was going to be going into this. He's like the highlight of the show. This endless knowledge about food and dungeon. And Laios as well has been a highlight. Like, he's like your generic, like, human, like, main character, but he's also just deranged. He just finds... He has, like, these weird obsessions of stuff in the dungeon. Like, parasites and stuff. It's great. He's like every single, like, Dungeons and Dragons character, like, being unfold. He's a great main character. I'm glad he's kind of weird. I'm like, glad all the characters are kind of weird. But no, yeah, it's similar to Dr. Stone. Actually, these shows are fairly similar in how they take an idea and run through it, and also tell a really good fantasy story. Dr. Stone does it with science. This show does it with food. We're getting the narrative. We're getting a really good narrative being built up about the dungeon ecosystem, which I think is a fantastic idea, which kind of made me realize that during episode 4 is the idea of the show, like a dungeon ecosystem, like monsters having a predator and prey relationship with each other, and like them using the foliage monsters themselves to grow stuff. I think that's really neat, and I haven't really seen that explored that much before in anime. So that was fun. That was fun to see that. Yeah, and like I said, all the characters have been wonderful so far. I'm curious where the plot's going to go, because I've been told that the plot gets a bit wild. Like, I've been told that the first episodes are a little bit slow, but I'm enjoying it. It's nice to have another show anime I can watch. I was going to watch, like, Ghost in the Shell or Cowboy Bebop, but I think I need to be in the mood for those shows. I can't just put those on and then be like, I'm going to enjoy this as much as I can. I need to be ready for them. Currently playing, chat. I'm almost done a Wind Waker. I just got a Triforce hunt to do now, which I forgot how painful it was. I was really enjoying Wind Waker until I remembered that the Earth Temple and the Wind Temple are kind of drags. And then now I'm doing a Triforce hunt. It sure doesn't have a great second half. I'm also playing the Sea of Stars DLC. Foes of the Watchmaker. Which I've been having a lot of fun with. It hasn't not doing anything crazy, like story-wise. Like, it's not anything better than the main game, but everything else has been fantastic, so I don't really mind. I don't mind the main game kind of suffering, or the story is suffering, for good quality animation and gameplay. Right. Shall we do some guess the game? Also, I need to get the stream up on the actual OBS on my PC, just so I have it there in case I need to do anything. Right, guess the game? Yeah, okay, me starting 20 minutes early was a good idea, because I was able to get through everything that way. The first thing that popped into my head when I saw this was the final cutscene from Mario Sunshine, where Bowser Jr. finds out that Princess Peach isn't actually his mum. But it's not that. Taking Sentetsu 3, Trials of Mana. Oh, it's Crash Bandicoot. Is it Turbo, whatever it's called? Nitro Kart, Nitro. Why does it be Crash Team Racing, like the first one? Yeah, it is. Okay, well, never mind. I know Nitro Kart is the one that everyone talks about. Legend of Dragoon. Oh my god! Oh! Whoa! How? I always put it in when I see an old RPG, and it finally happened. This game's incredible, chat. Watch Maelstrom play this. It's got Lavit Slamper, and it's the final gift. Lavit Slambert. Incredible. I thought it said FOM software. Singularity. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Is Half-Life 2? No. Is this Stalker? It's from the Stalker franchise. Is it the new one? Doesn't look good enough to be the new one. Okay, it's a new one. It's not the new one. It's one of the fucking DLC. Which Cyber is here to tell me. Clear Sky! Okay, there we go, got it. I knew what it was. I didn't know which one it was, though. Okay. We can get into this, chat.